Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, for another episode. Today, I'm here with Miss Ashley Wineland. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me here today. I'm excited to talk about all the things that have been going on.
Well, I'm excited to have you. So we won't start off with the most difficult question ever. We're just going to start off with the tell our viewers, if they have never met you or heard of you, who you are and just a little bit about yourself.
Of course, for all of my new friends tuning in here, one, thank you for watching today's episode. But to give you a little background on me, I'm a country music singer-songwriter born in great state of Arizona, but I've been cutting all my new music out of Nashville, touring around the United States, and I'm super excited today to be able to talk to you about all the new music I've been working on, all the places we've been on tour, and all the good stuff that's coming down the pipeline for 2025.
Well, I'm definitely excited. So I'm going to start off with another simple question. Hopefully, tell me, like, in your obviously touring this year, you've done a lot of touring and stuff. Tell me, what's one of the most memorable moments this year professionally for you? Like, and maybe an achievement or bucket list you hit, or
There's like so many moments that I'm like, this is such like from tour that were such cool and like momentous things. I mean, one of my favorite events that we played that was a really big deal for us was that we got to go out to Cheyenne, Wyoming for Cheyenne Frontier Days. And I got to headline my own outdoor show for the after party at the Outlaw Saloon. Talk about a high of a night. Like, just the energy of the crowd and how much the band just like it gave 110% of everything that they did. It just made this like really beautiful moment. That even like going back now and looking at photos and videos and stuff from that event, like it could just feel that energy and that high. And it's like I said, it's one of my favorite events. The fact that I got to headline my own outdoor show at that venue, especially considering I was the only female artist that had the opportunity to do that. This year is a big deal and I'm super proud of it. And just talk about something that, like I said, was so much fun.
that's so awesome. And being the only female, that is also an accomplishment because sometimes, I hate to say it, but they pick very few sometimes in different venues, and it's awesome that you got to do that though.
Yeah, no, I was happy to be able to carry the torch for my fellow ladies to prove to everybody, break the stereotype that unfortunately is out there that women can't put on entertaining shows and, deliver a really great performance. So it was truly, like I said, one of those like highlight moments of
Yeah.
the tour.
Oh, beautiful. So, in your opinion, obviously you've done a lot this last year. Um, how do you feel like music and just everything you do like that? How do you feel like in a obviously in a personal way? How do you feel like it's made you grow as a person? Like,
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, there's so many different branches that could like extend from just like what you deal with on like the business professional side and how much that like shapes you as a person because there's certainly been situations and people that I've had to work with and stuff that have definitely ingrained in me a sense of patience, a definitely honed sense of how I communicate with people and just really how to take the most outrageous situations that would usually throw anybody else into a pure panic and just work through it to make something happen at the end of the day. That in itself is, just big as far as personal transformations and development go. But I mean, even just, on the artistic side of things, being able to take stories, whether they're mine or just stories that I think are important to tell, put them in music and be able to go out and connect with people through those stories, I think is something incredibly special. And I think when people are talking about how important are the arts and whatnot, and why are they such, cornerstones of our communities and, just a society in total, I think that kind of gets overlooked is really how much that sort of piece of art, and especially live performances too, can bring people together and have us, communally experience things together. And that for me too is, given me a sense of appreciation for art and appreciation for people, and just a sense of gratitude that I carry now throughout life, because obviously we all have days where we're like, life is awful and I want to just, I just want
Quit
to
today.
sleep all day. Yeah, and pretend it didn't happen. But then there's days like that for me, like being on tour, you come up on stage and maybe at the moment, downbeat one starts the show, you've just had a really cruddy day all day, and then you get into it and you look out at people and you see how music impacts them, and you just go, you know what? I'm very blessed to be doing this, and forget all the other, hoot nanny that happened throughout the day. In this moment, like, I'm blessed, I'm grateful. I have the opportunity to connect with people over something really fun and beautiful and bring joy to people's days, which is like, for me, the foundation of everything that I do. Am I bringing people joy? Am I making people's lives better with the work that I'm doing? And so, like, all those things together, like I said, definitely mold and help shape a person over time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that. That's, and I know it was a difficult question. I tried to get too difficult, but I like to be a little more philosophical every once in a while, because sometimes we ask the same questions about the music and stuff, and sometimes it's like, let's get a little deeper. Let's go beyond just the normal of tell me about your new song, or.
Right. Yeah.
So
No, I appreciate that. I think those are things that are important to talk about. Like I said, especially in a time and age where there's a lot of back and forth on how important is the arts and stuff to people, to communities. Questions like that let you go deep into like that why, and make you think about, oh, well, hey, if music went away, or just any sort of art went away, how would that change how I approach life?
and I think everyone can say yes, because I mean, I'd be the first one to say I can't live without music. There are days where if my patience gets tested, I will throw on music just to remember that, you know what, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Just take a breath, walk away, whatever you
Right.
need to do. Just take a moment and yeah, just take that moment sometimes and just listen to a song or whatever and just get yourself back to, okay, we can do
Pull
this.
it back.
We can do it.
Yes.
And if not, we quit today and go tomorrow. Try tomorrow.
That's right.
Some days you
That's
just
right.
have to, yeah.
There's always the next one.
Oh, okay. So new music coming out this year, right? Tell
Yes.
me all about what's happening. We have some music coming out.
It's such a good feeling to be able to say this, because it's been such a work in progress. And before anybody like jumps the gun, I haven't officially announced the release date for this project. So I know, just manage your expectations right now as I talk about this. But I do have a new album coming down the pipeline for this year. And that is such an exciting thing for me. It'll be my fourth studio album. It'll also be a project for those of you guys who followed my music in 2024. All those releases, Crank It Up, Heartbreak Boots, Tumbleweed, were all produced by the amazing Marty Fredrickson. And this whole project will also be done with his ear, with his hands, as like the helm of the project. So I am just super stoked. We have been working so hard on this project, and the fact that it can finally come out into the world for everybody to hear, and we get to add new music to the live shows. It's just talk about being tickled pink. It's, as the artist, you spend years in development of these projects, and you kind of keep them on like the DL for a while, because obviously they're still young. You're trying to figure out what all the pieces are to coming together. And then, like, when you get close to that finish line, you're just like ready to scream it to the mountaintops and the rest of the world. But yeah, a new album this year, super exciting. And I can't wait to share it with everybody.
Exactly. It's like keeping that secret. You're just hiding a secret away, just hiding it there, and you can't tell anyone. You can't, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting to hear the new music for sure. I
Yeah.
can't wait here.
As far as like what people can expect from it, I'm really excited about the level of high energy music that is on this project. Anybody who's ever been to any of my live shows, you guys know I love to bring the high energy. I love to just, make it fun. But then there's also some songs on here that I'm excited for everybody to hear too. Some like really unique power ballads, and just more moderate to slower tempo songs as well that to me just has so much impact and so much like ooey gooey goodness to them. So I think altogether it's going to be a really fun one to listen to.
Wonderful. Definitely excited for that. So also you were mentioning before we go on air about a new tour for 2025 here. So can you tell us a little bit about that? When does that start?
A little bit about, yeah. So obviously tours being what they are, even at the time that we're talking about this, I'm always still booking things. So if you head on over to my calendar right now and you're having like a mini stroke because you're like, oh my gosh, Ashley, somehow, some way you didn't make it to my state or city yet, do not fret. We are always adding things as they come. But obviously last year we did a lot of stuff like West Coast, Midwest, same thing for this year. And we're even pushing out closer to our East Coast friends, getting some stuff in the South. I know all my friends in Texas and everybody's like, when are you coming? We are always working. So like I said, if you don't currently see your city, your state on the calendar right now, just know that does not mean that it won't happen for this year. It's just probably going to be a later edition. Like I said, that schedule is always evolving. But like I said, we're bringing the new album, Worth of Music, out to everybody on the road. It's going to be so much fun. And I can't wait, honestly. That's like the best part, especially with new music, because you just get to go, here it is. And especially for the album, I usually like to trial run music on the road, but there's a bunch of these songs that we didn't run on our 2024 Crank It Up tour. So it'll truly be first time new experiences for everybody on Beautiful. This one. So I can't wait.
Well, definitely stoked for that. And for anyone who's not aware in the industry, booking is usually the one thing that changes all the time. Like you will have your show set and you will add shows or you'll change shows or, and it's not always the artist that is doing it. So just FYI, don't fear. We'll figure it all out. But I'm pretty sure you can follow also Ashley on Bands in Town, and shameless plug for them. Sorry, you get a free plug. But I love following artists on Bands in Town because if you're in a certain area and you have your location set, it'll tell you when they're going to be nearby.
Yes, it's awesome. I love it. Even like if you follow me on Spotify, even Spotify will let you know if I have a show in the area. I'm a particular fan of Bands in Town too. I really think it's a great app if you're a music lover to go and follow artists that you care about and then get notified when they have shows in your area. Plus, if you want to travel even for those shows, it gives you suggestions on like flights, hotels, all that sort of stuff. It really just makes it easy for you. Or of course, like I said, you can always go to my website, ashleywineland.com, see the schedule there. You can join the fan club and stuff, and that's totally free. It's an email-based service where I send you things to your inbox, whether that's exclusives, updates, all that sort of stuff. So as things get added, as things change, you get that right then and there.
Yes, and we'll have the link in the description, so make sure you go click and join the fan club. It's a free fan club. Why not? Don't you like free stuff, people? Come on.
I'm not charging you to be a part of it. Sent to your inbox that keeps you updated on like the new music coming out, where we have shows, all the other cool things that we're doing. Like, why not?
Absolutely. It has been a pleasure having you on, Miss Ashley, and you are welcome back anytime.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love coming on here and just being able to chat with everybody. And the fact that you guys are out here supporting, especially independent female country artists, means the world. So thank you, to everybody watching, for coming on and showing some support and love. And of course, if you haven't followed the podcast yet, if you haven't followed their Facebook page and everything, what are you doing? Give it a follow so you can see more stuff.
Absolutely. And we do have an email list as well. If you don't want to be harassed, it's okay, but you can always sign up anyway. Yeah. Thanks so much, Ashley. And thank you, friends, for joining us again. We will see you here next time. Have a great day. And don't forget, 20 crazy questions come soon. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.